Hi friends, and welcome back to A Moment with Hales. We are going to be doing my second garden tour of the 2025 season. Things have really taken off over the past week, and I have quite a bit of things to show you that I'm excited about. It is a gorgeous Friday night here. It's overcast, a little bit cool, a light breeze, the perfect time to take a look at the garden. So I'm excited to show you what's going on. First things first, we have my green beans going on, and this side, these green beans are the ones that we saved the seeds from. The other side are green beans that we had fresh, I guess fresh seeds, if you will, and we've had flowers come out, so I think we have the beginning of some beans here. Hey guys, so I'm interrupting my Friday night garden tour to show you it is Sunday afternoon, and I actually have some green beans started. Did not know I had green beans until my nieces and nephews found them. So we already have very long green beans that I am going to need to pick today and harvest as well. So I'm really excited, and I will show you my canning process once I get there, but I can't believe we already have green beans. Picked my first one of the season. Look at that. Nice and crisp. Yes, you want that crunch. So exciting. So we will continue with the Friday night garden tour, but I just wanted to show you we do have some green beans going. I'm still in shock. And this trellis we added in this year. This is my pride and joy right now because I've always wanted to have a trellis up at the top, and it's so close to meeting right up there, so I'm really excited. But we have a ton of stuff growing here that I do need to harvest. So I have a bunch of cucumbers. That's a tiny little one in this pile. Oh, there we go. Right here as well. So I am gonna go ahead and cut some of those off the vine, a few more here, and then some on the other side as well. So the cucumbers are looking just fabulous. This other side here are melons, and I think I did sprinkle in a couple of cucumber plants in there on accident, but we do have some flowers flowering, and I'm hoping that we will see some mini melons coming along soon. Oh, I think that might be one right there. Yep. So I've been seeing the bees out, which is really exciting, and I'm hoping that we'll see some more as well. And we do have, these are my husband's favorite too, so I really hope the melons take off. We do have a little cucumber under here too as well. So I have quite a bit of cucumbers to deal with this weekend. All right, so it looked like 3 of the cucumbers were ready. I've said it before and I'll say it again. These pepper plants are not my favorite, but I do have some flowers. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's a little tiny pepper. Okay, I did not see this. Oh my gosh, this came up like overnight, I swear. So I planted green peppers. Oh my gosh, this is the first time I've had a successful pepper besides jalapenos. It's the tiniest, cutest little pepper. Okay, let's look at the other ones. I don't see any here. Let's look at this one. No. Over here. Okay, there's some flowers, so we definitely will hopefully have some action. And this one, I'm seeing flowers as well. So, news, big Friday night news over here. We have a pepper. I do have my giant kale, which I haven't even, I think, done anything with. What do you guys do with kale? Let me know. And then the back are sunflowers. So I like to encourage people to grow anywhere they are, even if it's just in a pot. So I did do a couple plants this year just in pots to see how they would do. And this is a pepper plant. I feel like this pepper plant is still looking good. I don't see any peppers, but a lot of flowers there. And it's doing quite well here in its cute little corner. So when you look at this bed, you're probably gonna be like, is it supposed to look like that? And yes, it is. So this is my potato bed. I love growing potatoes. I don't know if I just got lucky my first year, but I just stuck them in the ground and they worked. So that's what I tend to do. After doing a little more research, I guess you're supposed to add dirt to them, but I haven't been. And you plant the potato, you stick it in the ground, and then you go ahead and let it grow. And once it's completely dead, you know you can pull out the potatoes. So over here, I will say, like this looks completely dead, right? This is completely dried. Should we see what's under here? I think we should. Okay, so let's pull this out and see if there's any potatoes under here. I hope there are. So this came up, and when I dig around, I did find this little tiny guy. And that's all I found in here. So we'll just call that a win. I got 1 potato. So So hopefully these grow more than one potato on them. Is that common? When I grew purple potatoes before, there were multiple potatoes that came out, but do these potatoes just do one? Interesting. So we'll go ahead and add our little potato. My cherry tomato plant back here, I'm telling you, they love this corner of the garden. I think it's the sun that they get, but it's looking really good. I do have some cherry tomatoes going, so I'm anxiously awaiting them to turn. These are gonna be orange or red. They're delicious. They're like almost like a candy coming out of the garden. So we'll see how much longer these take to go ahead and turn orange and red, but it's looking really beautiful. What's also looking great are my cucamelons. So these are a hybrid between cucumbers and melons. They do taste a little more cucumbery, so we're hoping we like them once I pickle them, because we are going to have cucamelons for days because I did them on both sides of this trellis. Again, I've never had a trellis meet at the top, so this is a big victory for me this year, which is really exciting. They said cucamelons grow like weeds, and they were right. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to pickle some to see if we enjoy the taste better. I couldn't figure out what they tasted like, and then my niece tried them and she said they taste like freshly cut grass. And I was like, yeah, that is what they taste like. An update on my zucchini. So I did already pick one, but it looks like this one is also going to be ready to harvest. So I will be making zucchini bread this weekend, which hopefully I'll show you guys. But I have noticed my leaves are getting this discoloration on them. I've been cutting the leaves off and throwing them out, but it's happening quite a bit. So what is this? Does anybody know? How do I get rid of it? I'm assuming this is going to affect the plant. So if you can let me know what I should do, I would love some advice. And we added zucchini into our little harvest basket. And I'm interrupting my Friday night garden tour again to show you an update on my zucchini on Sunday from Friday. These zucchinis have grown quite a bit, and this one I think is ready to harvest today as well. So I will show you guys what I did with my zucchinis that I picked on Friday, and I've got to get these in the kitchen today. So these are my first zucchinis that I picked on Friday from the garden, and what I like to do with my zucchinis is make zucchini bread and zucchini muffins. I do not really love doing baking videos, and I actually lost this recipe. So I think what's in here is sugar, coconut oil, and eggs. I beat those together, and then I added flour, cinnamon, cream of tartar, and then once I mixed it together, it was a little dry, so I threw in some sour cream, and then I also put in some olive oil, I think, as well. And I mixed it all up together just like this. And I like to make zucchini bread because you can freeze it and use it all throughout the season. I have definitely even used them in the winter, and it's fun to have something fresh from the garden. Add in the main event of zucchini, and then I topped it with cinnamon sugar and baked it in the oven. I'm really excited to try some other methods with zucchini too, so if you grow zucchini, let me know what you do with it. I'm thinking about trying zucchini pasta next, so let me know what you think. Oh my gosh, you guys, look. A tomato is changing color. Okay, this is my first changing color tomato. This is another cherry tomato plant, which I did not mean to have all these cherry tomato plants, but I guess I gave away most of my big tomato plants. So we're gonna have a lot of cherry tomatoes, so I need some recipes if anyone has any, but look at this, my first tomato of the season. We also have the sugar baby watermelons, which are really taking their time this year. I'm not sure why they're taking so long, but they really are. So we just have them. That one started trellising pretty good. I'm hoping now that the sun is coming out, they will grow and take off, but we're still anxiously awaiting our first sugar baby of the season. And we have our onions. So this was the first year I did onion by seed. I'm really pleased with how they're going and what's happening here. I'm not sure how long they stay in the ground, so I need to do some research on that, but I'm hoping I can dry them or cure them or whatever the word is and save them to use all throughout the winter. Last week I pulled some carrots out. I kind of went through to see if any of the other ones were ready. I don't think they're ready yet, but they're still looking good. So I haven't seen any of them getting ready to bolt or anything. Okay, so we do above ground or above ground beds, whatever you want to call them, because we're lazy. All right, that's just the bottom line. When you get to do the garden beds like this, the raised garden beds, you can not do as much weeding and it's so much easier to maintain. So I will say I enjoy gardening 10 out of 10 this way. When I go into the ground and have to weed, I don't enjoy it as much. So we pretty much just do our large watermelons here and then our corn over there, which you can see as well. And then my favorite, one of my favorites, is corn. I love growing corn, you guys. It was so fun to watch last year. And like when you can give someone corn on the cob and say you grew it, you just are like, yeah, enjoy your corn on the cob, I grew this. I did these 2 weeks apart, but they look like they've caught up with each other. So I guess we'll see from there. But corn is so much fun. If you don't grow it, I highly recommend it. I did plant a little sunflower patch over here, so we'll see how these guys do. I do also have a pathetic little tomato plant here, and I'm so annoyed because my cherry tomatoes are doing well, which is great, but I really wanted big tomatoes for tomato sandwiches, and I don't know how this is gonna go this year, but it is what it is. So we'll see if I can at least get these. I do tear off like any leaves that are like this. I recommend getting rid of. That's what I do with mine, just to keep any energy away from that on the plant. You want it to give energy to the fruit and then also to, you know, continue to grow. So I recommend pruning as you go. We also have 2 other lettuce here and then 2 other lettuce over here, which are going strong as well, which are looking great. Well, it looks like I am running out of sunlight to finish our garden tour. So I hope you enjoyed what you saw today. Next week, I will do another update for you as well. I do try to do lives on Saturday morning at 8:30 if you want to go ahead and get a quick look at what's going on in the garden. This was our little harvest for today's, and hopefully we will continue to add more to this basket and maybe have a harvest or 2 where we actually fill this thing up. So thanks for watching. Again, I hope this helps inspire you to consider growing your own food. I don't do this because I'm an expert. I do this because my husband and I felt like we wanted to be a little more self-sufficient, sustainable, have a way to provide for ourselves, and really do something that we both enjoy together. I did not think I would enjoy gardening, and I actually have been surprised at how much I really enjoy coming out here. Growing your own food is really rewarding and a super fun process, so I do highly recommend it. So happy Friday, friends. And also I forgot to get the eggs, so let's go check on the chickens and get the eggs. And a storm is coming, so then enjoy the storm. Oh my gosh, I love a summer storm. Okay, I gotta get the eggs, but let's go ahead and get them. If you haven't seen them already, I do little short videos on my YouTube asking people to take guesses on how many eggs the girls laid today. So let's see. Hi Roosty. This is Roosty. She lays our green eggs, and it looks like all the girls are tucked in for the night, so that's good. I do think I have, yep, a broody girl here and a broody girl here. So let's see what's under them. This is Little Black. Hi, girly. Ooh. Okay, so we've got these 2 from underneath her, plus this one. This is Charles, and I had 4 chickens named Charles, but now we're down to 3 Charleses. And one of the Charles was broody at one time and hatched some baby chicks. That Charles was not interested in being a mama. She just liked laying down on the eggs. So this Charles went broody. Let's see what's underneath her. Ooh, it looks like we have a total of 9 beautiful clean eggs. This is our small coop. Let's see what we have going on in here. This is where Big Brown and the chicks are. Oh. So we have Big Brown and her girlies. Sorry if I hit this bright light, but they're probably about a month old now. So it looks like they're doing good in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and close them up. Good night, girlies. All right, friends, that's all I have for you tonight. I hope you enjoyed the garden tour and meeting the chickies, and I'll be back again soon.